everyone. Thanks for coming back to my makeup party. I have a couple of things to share with you today. Mainly I'm here to tell you about the new Kevyn Aucoin Neo Bronzer. I have that on today. Also, I wanted to talk to you about the new Hourglass Primer. So first I'll tell you about this Ambient Light Correcting Primer from Hourglass. This one is called Mood Light, and I have that on under my makeup today. This is a very strange primer. Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, if it's called Ambient Light Correcting Primer, that it's supposed to sort of be a color corrector and supposed to sort of give luminous and glowing capabilities to your skin, and then you put your foundation on top of it. Well, the product is not really turning out to be like that. I will show you a video of me putting it on my bare skin. Here is a swatch of it. Okay, so this one is very pink. It really kind of reminds me of a very pink foundation. And if you see how thick it is, it almost has a foundation-y look. I'll show you when I put it on. When I first put it on, I thought, oh my God, this is kind of like a foundation. Wait a minute, what's going on here? So I put it on, I spread it around. You spread it around and shear it out. It gets to be less foundation looking, and it just sort of disappears into your skin. Now there's no pearliness to this. It's just sort of matte. I don't really understand what it's trying to do. Now, I have a primer that I really like from Dior, and it is pink, and it gives me sort of a glow from within when I put it on as a primer. And that's this Capri Total Multi-Perfection Makeup Base. And it has a luminousness to it. It has a sort of a sheer shimmery sheen. Oh, I love that, a sheer shimmery sheen. It goes on very thick at first, and it's quite pink. But then you shear it out, and it has this sort of luminousness to it. Can you see that? And then you put your makeup on top of it. Well, here's this Ambient. I've got an eyeliner streak right there that never came off. This Ambient Light one is just not doing anything like that. I don't really know what the light is about it. It may be a great primer. It may keep my makeup on all night long. I don't know, but it's just, there's no light. There's no correcting. It didn't correct my brown spots on my face or anything like that. It didn't brighten my skin. There is no brightening. That's mainly what I was looking for with it, and there is no brightening. You might think, you know, looking at how thick it is and how very pink it is, that it might color correct and give you some brightening on your skin. It really, there's no effect. So Hourglass Ambient Mood Light, I could not really do much with it. Next, the Kevyn Aucoin, the Neo Bronzer. Now, and let me tell you, the packaging on it is gorgeous. This thing was a hefty $52, I think. It is burgundy metallic, and you can see it's ombre. It's frosty up here, purple, and then it goes down to super deep burgundy at the bottom. I love that. Look at that. Look at the glitter on it. So anyway, I love the packaging. Everything else about it I hated. I bought this in the color Capri, Cool Pink. So what this is you start at one end with a bronzer, and it sort of ombres into a blush, and then it ombres into a highlighter. So when I swatched these in the store, I thought, wow, this is really pretty cool. Here's the bronzer end. It's sort of a brown plum. It's sort of a strange coppery, plummy pink. So I'll tell you what I found with this. But anyway, let me swatch the middle, which is very much a bubblegum pink blush. Now they have this in another color tone too. They have one that's very peach, and it's a very warm, the bronzer's more warm. And then here is the highlighter. You can say highlighter, but it's not really doing much highlighting. It's just a tiny bit of a sheen. It's not super bright, it's not super sparkly, and I heaped this one on too. I started out bronzing with the bronzer end. My issue with this bronzer is it is way too pink. And there is only maybe a ½ inch strip down the middle in which you could get the actual bronzer and get none of the pink that's ombreed into it if you're wanting to bronze, because you don't really want bubblegum pink in your bronzing areas. You want bronzer. So I could not really achieve a bronzing effect with it. It was really pink. It had the blush mixed in with it. So I went back and used my Lorac Take Me to Tantigo bronzing palette and tried to bronze over it. That didn't do a great job because you could still see the pink. I tried to wipe some of the pink off. It hasn't gone very well. So the bronzer part was a big fail. However, when I used it to bronze my cheeks and just sort of wake up and warm up my cheeks, I think it looked really quite pretty because it's a purplish pink and it just kind of looks pretty on my skin, being a purplish plummy pink like that. That's where you can get away with the pink mixing in with it, is on your cheek, because then it starts to look sort of more like a blush. So then the blush was extremely pigmented. I kind of went crazy with it. Put a lot on, went on quite heavily, quite quickly. Should have used a lighter hand on that one, but then I tried to erase as much as I could, and I still feel like I have too much on. So bright pink on the blush. The highlighter is not the kind of highlighter I like that's like pow metallic. I put on a little bit of this with a fan brush, and I didn't really see any kind of highlighting going on, or at least not enough for me. So I went back with my wonderful Lorac highlighter, one of the new Lorac highlighters, which, by the way, I went back and picked up another one because I love so much. The one I put on today was Starlight, and I used a real thin fan brush to put just a little bit on my cheekbone because I wasn't getting any highlighting out of the highlighter in the Neo Bronzer set. Let me show you the other one I picked up too. This one is so nice. Illuminating highlighter, Lorac illuminating highlighter called Moonlight. This one is a pink based. It's pretty, sort of very neutral pink, very light pink frostiness. These are just sold out everywhere. I had to really hunt to find this one. All the Ultas I've been to have been sold out on them. So the Kevyn Aucoin set is, I guess, okay, and for $52, okay is not good enough. It's just the pink is too pink, the bronze is too not bronze, and the highlighter is not highlighting. Coming up, we're going to swatch our way through some of my favorite liquid lipsticks. I got some more liquid lipsticks in the Ultra Satin Lip products from ColourPop, and I want to show you those, and then I'm going to show you a lot of my other favorite liquid lipsticks. It's sort of going to be a things I loved so much I went back and bought more type of video. So that's coming up soon. I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by.